You think you know someone when you share a bed with them every night. You think love, routine, and laughter mean something until you realize all of it was just content for someone else's ego. My name is Rachel Voss, and for 8 years, I was married to a man who built his entire identity online. To the world, he was a successful entrepreneur, a charming husband, a man who posted Sunday breakfasts with captions like "Family First." But behind the filtered selfies and hashtags, there was a man living a double life, cheating, flirting, and paying strangers for validation, all while I sat beside him on the same couch. He lived online. So I buried him online. My husband, Jonas, was obsessed with image. Every dinner had to be photographed, every weekend carefully curated. He wasn't living life, he was documenting it. We met in university. I was studying psychology, he was a computer science major. He was brilliant, funny, charming in that quiet Scandinavian way. He said I grounded him. After we got married, we built a cozy apartment overlooking the canals in Copenhagen. He started his own tech consultancy and soon became the kind of person who said things like personal brand unironically. At first I was proud. I thought he was ambitious. But slowly, his ambition turned into obsession. He'd stay up all night, working on his computer, posting productivity threads on X, formerly Twitter, and business tips videos on TikTok. Sometimes I'd walk into his office at 3 a.m., only to see him quickly close a tab and say, "Just analytics, babe." I didn't push it. Because I trusted him. It began with small oddities, just enough to plant doubt. One night, his phone buzzed repeatedly while he was showering. The messages came from a username I didn't recognize, @EvenVelvet. The preview showed a heart emoji and the words, "You make me feel so seen." I stared at it, frozen. Then the message vanished, deleted before my eyes through his cloud sync. That's when I realized Jonas had set his iCloud to automatically mirror all devices. So I logged in later that night, heart pounding, and scrolled through his cloud backups. What I found changed everything. Thousands of messages, explicit photos, receipts for digital gifts. He wasn't just flirting, he was financially supporting a carousel of women he met online. OnlyFans, Telegram, private Snapchats, he had it all. And yet, every morning he'd kiss me on the forehead, post a picture of his queen, and tag me with number lucky man. That was the night I stopped being a wife. And started becoming a strategist. The next morning, I smiled as if nothing had changed. He made me coffee, called me my love, and left for work. As soon as the door closed, I opened his laptop using his fingerprint. He'd forgotten to disable Touch ID. What I found was worse than I could have imagined. He had an entire hidden folder called Portfolio. Inside, screenshots of women, transaction records, voice memos, even photos of himself in hotel rooms during supposed business trips. But the real twist came when I discovered something else. Jonas wasn't just a client on these platforms. He was running multiple fake accounts as a sugar daddy, manipulating women into sending him their photos under false pretenses. He'd send them money from our joint account. He thought he was untouchable, hidden behind VPNs and encrypted apps. But what he didn't know was that I had a degree in psychology and a knack for patterns. I could see his behavioral signatures in every message, even under fake names. So, I started saving everything. Every text, every transaction, every timestamp. I created a private drive named Winter Archive. I knew I couldn't confront him yet. Not until I could destroy him completely. A few weeks later, he noticed I'd stopped engaging. No comments on his posts, no asking how his projects were going. He grew paranoid. One night he asked, "Rachel, are we okay? You seem distant." I wanted to laugh, but I smiled instead and said, "I'm just tired, too much screen time." He kissed my cheek and went back to scrolling through his DMs. He had no idea I was sitting beside him airdropping copies of his photos from his own device. Then came the final push. A notification popped up on his MacBook while he was out. "Your transfer to @VelvetEve has been confirmed. $1,800. That was our mortgage payment." That's when something in me snapped. Not from heartbreak, but from realization. He'd built his identity online. His wealth, his validation, his followers, everything existed through pixels and passwords. And I had the keys to all of it. The plan took 2 weeks. Step by step, I prepared a digital funeral. First, I backed up every file onto a hidden USB. Then, using his own admin credentials, I accessed all his linked accounts, email, social media, banking, cryptocurrency wallets. I set up a timed trigger using his work calendar and automatic mass post scheduled for 9 a.m. Monday. The content? Screenshots, conversations, proof. His double life, formatted neatly with captions. Every woman he lied to. Every dollar he stole from our marriage. Then I waited for him to leave for his client meeting. The moment his phone pinged connected to hotel Wi-Fi, I activated the final step. I changed every password, enabled two-factor authentication with my number, and sent him one last text. You built a world online, Jonas. Now try living without it. Then I hit publish all. By noon, his world was in flames. His followers flooded his comments, tagging him in screenshots. His business partners pulled out within hours. He called me 27 missed calls in an hour. When I finally answered, I said quietly, "You should have cleared your cache." He screamed, threatened, begged. But all I heard was static. His accounts? Gone. His credit cards? Frozen. His image? Shattered. And when he came home that night, the locks had been changed. All that was left inside the apartment was his phone wiped clean and a printed note that read, "Number offline forever." For months, people messaged me, strangers, women, even journalists, asking if the story was true. I didn't confirm or deny. I just smiled and said, "He wanted to go viral. I helped him." I never saw him again after that day. Last I heard, he moved to Sweden, deleted every trace of his online presence, and started working under a fake name. As for me, I started therapy, rebuilt my life, and found peace in privacy. No social media, no digital noise, just quiet mornings and real conversations. Sometimes, I think about how much time he spent crafting a fake life only to lose it all in a single upload. He lived online. So I buried him online. And this time, the internet never forgets.
Thank you for being here. If you enjoyed this, go watch the one on the left and don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel for more tales of triumph over injustice and a saga of ultimate revenge.